When we hear the name Thomas Jefferson, most people think of the man who was the third president of the United States, or the man who drafted the Declaration of Independence, or the founder of the University of Virginia, or the Secretary of State, or Minister of France, or Governor of Virginia, or any of the other many titles that he held. But very few people think of Thomas Jefferson in the terms that he saw himself, and that is as a planter, as a farmer, as a gardener. Many people don't realize that that's what occupied much of Thomas Jefferson's mind. Do you know that he had an extensive exchange of letters with George Washington discussing crop rotation? Should it be on a 6-year cycle or an 8-year cycle? Should it be with green clover or red clover or white clover? And they were discussing this, how to rejuvenate the soils. Did you know that Thomas Jefferson fed wagon loads of straw to horses and then measured how much manure came out so he could calculate how many horses and how much straw it would take to manure a field before planting? Did you know that when he was president of the United States, Thomas Jefferson went down to the local market one day every week for those 8 years, and he kept tracked 37 fruits and vegetables, so he would know their growing season, so he could draft it out and scale it out and see that radishes, for example, first came onto the market on the 28th of March, and then on the 31st of May, there were no more radishes. Whereas fresh corn first came onto the market on July 8th, but after the 26th of September, there was no more fresh corn. Thomas Jefferson turned his home, Monticello, into a botanical laboratory. He planted 170 different varieties and species of apples, peaches, cherries, grapes, a wide variety of fruit trees to see just what would grow. And in his garden, he planted over 330 different varieties of fruits and vegetables, experimenting to see what new fruits or vegetables could grow in this climate. Thomas Jefferson wrote letters to people all over the world, and in his letters he would always beg, please, when you respond, stick a few seeds into the envelope, and so I can experiment with these. Thomas Jefferson is the man who, at the age of 68, wrote in a letter, "But though I am an old man, I am but a young gardener." So we're going to get into the life of Thomas Jefferson as a planter, as a gardener, and we're going to look at him in the eyes that he saw himself. And we'll see this facet and aspect of this man that is rarely discussed. Thomas Jefferson, founding farmer.